All right, it looks like we are live in our group, and I want to make sure we are doing this correctly. So please do me a favor. It's been a while since I've been on here, so I'm super excited for you guys. And I am going to be sharing with you guys today some really juicy stuff. So please do me a favor. And if you are either watching this live or joining me on a replay, I just want you guys to wave at me. So please do drop me a wave emoji or just say hi. So I am really excited. I want to make sure that you guys can see me. So I'm going to go ahead and double check that because I am going to be using my phone today to go live on Instagram as well, even though they're not going to be seeing my screen. Let's see. I am live. I hate to give you guys all these information and then realize that it is not coming up correctly. So let's see. Okay, so looks like I am in here and I can see my pretty face. So I'm really excited about this today for you guys. So let's go ahead and start the Instagram as well so that people in that world can join us as well. I feel like I have a frog in my throat though. So okay, so I am gonna drink some water, put my coffee away, and start our Instagram people as well. So hey Instagram, I am going live today so that I can compare all the different tools and membership and course tools and those kinds of stuff. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I am live in our Facebook group as well. So I'm really excited about this. I actually have my screen up. Hey Darren, thanks for joining us. I actually have my screen up in our group. So I will be going through it step by step, and I will walk through each of the different tools and kind of showing my screen that way. So hey Janet, thanks for joining. So if you are in our group, that is where I will be sharing my screen. However, if you are not able to join our group, I will be dropping this presentation as well for you guys in my website. So I will drop in the comment in Instagram that, hey, the presentation is ready for you in my bio, and then you guys can grab it that way too, to make sure that everyone can have all of these fun information that I will be telling you guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen over here so you guys can grab the presentation later. So just real quick, the place that I will be dropping this is in the passionbreakthrough.com/IG, and then just grab it under resources where you can watch this information along with other goodies that I have in there for you guys. And then the way that I'm going to be going through this is the fact that in the last workshop that I did, so you can still grab a replay on that in the passionbreakthrough.com/workshop. I went through like a bunch of different tools, a bunch of different like course tools like Zenler, Kajabi, Teachable, Member Vault, all those different tools. And then I got some different questions in regards to like, okay, well, which ones of these are really good for my business, right? Because it can be overwhelming sometimes when you have a gazillion different tool ideas that people are giving out there for you. So let me go ahead and walk you through all of these different tools so that you can get some clarification for yourself. So I'll walk through a little bit about each of the tools and what my personal opinion is for the pros and cons, specifically like the pricing and the limitations of the different tools. So the first tool that I hear a lot about in the marketplace is Clickfunnels. So when I actually first started my business, I looked into this heavily because, you know, like everyone is just like preaching about this from the mountaintops and the rooftops. And it's just like, oh, it's the best thing since sliced bread, right? And I don't even know why people say sliced bread because it's just like it's such, that's another side note there. But anyway, so Clickfunnels, I looked into this and it's just like, okay, I'm not exactly sure why people like this. I understand its simplicity, specifically when you are not necessarily a techie person, right? Because it helps you create a landing page easily. They have lots of different templates. It creates the sales page. It can collect your payment for you, but it's very simple and very straightforward. They don't necessarily have a good process for like bump offers and those kinds of stuff. They are saying they can do upsell pages, but again, it's a page. So it's not very powerful when it comes to your ability to really monetize your funnel from that perspective. And then they're saying they have a membership area. But what you'd notice and what I notice is that not a lot of people really talk heavily about their membership, because they're not claiming to be a membership platform. They're claiming to be a funnel platform. So that is their bread and butter, is that they are really good at being a funnel builder. However, it's just one of those things that I personally don't want to pay $100 at a minimum a month to have a funnel builder. It's just one of those things that you have to now buy Zapier to connect with other tools, such as an email marketing, because they don't necessarily do email either. So you collect the leads and then you have to then pass it on to a different email tool, and then pass it on to a different payment processor if you want to, and then to a different membership area. So it's just the cost is adding up for all of these different things. And that is one thing I mentioned in my presentation. And just to kind of go back to it, right? And it's on my Instagram as well in regards to my Goldilocks analogy. It's just, you have to really pick the tool that's right for you. Because if you pick a tool that's too big, that's too complex, that you're seeing all these gurus that are preaching out there, you may not necessarily take full advantage of it. And now you're overpaying, and now you're overwhelmed with all of these functionalities as well. Or, if you buy too small, if you buy all the freebies and all that stuff, you might be building something that is not necessarily going to work in the long run. Like if you get a free bicycle and now like 10 miles down the road, you're going, 100 miles an hour, and you're trying to keep up, and you're trying to like build this weird car that you're trying to duct tape different things along the way. So something to consider in that sense. So I'm going to keep going then. So the ClickFunnels is something that is really good for creating a lead funnel, but that's mostly what they are for me, that they're able to provide. The other thing that I hear a lot about is lead pages. So lead pages, again, is in the word, right, in their title, they're good to make your lead page. But they're really good with the drag and drop feature. So they can create your lead page easily. And because if you're not techy, you just want to drag and drop and those kinds of stuff, right? However, it's just, again, they don't necessarily collect your email address. You still have to pass it on. It's even on their main page here. Like they collect their email, but you still have to have MailChimp or something else to collect the email. And then you still have to pass it on to like a Stripe or your other types of processor and that kind of stuff. They really just do your lead page. So those are the different things to consider. From a pricing perspective, they are affordable when you look at it from that perspective, right? They really are proud to be able to collect your traffic for you and those kinds of stuff. Like if you're doing Facebook ads, I saw one of the times that they're saying that they are able to do your Facebook ad integration for you, but so are other things. Like all you need to do for that is drop your Facebook pixel. So it's really one of those things that it's just marketing at this point in regards to what these different tools are sharing out there. So from a pricing, the reason that I am showing you this pricing table is because even though they're saying, like, well, you can sell on lead pages, it's one of the advantages that they are highlighting. However, it's an extra cost. And so for the minimal that you are going to get with them, it's just literally a landing page. So if you're going to use them to sell things, I don't recommend Wix, but Wix is something that is like lead pages, and it's cheaper. If you're going to want to sell things, that might be something you want to look into. So they are similar enough from a drag and drop functionality, and it's if that's what you're going for. So this is where I want to pause for a second, because when people look at all of these different tools, they're just like, oh, there's this new tool. Oh, Dianne is like talking about all of these different tools. The thing is, you want to look at what feature and what functionality you are looking at for your business. What exactly do you want to do? What transformation is it really you're trying to provide for your people, right? You don't want to look at lead pages and be like, oh, I need that functionality. I want a drag and drop feature, or I want Clickfunnels just because someone recommended it to me, or I want the ease of creating a lead page. Lead page is not the reason we went into a business, right? It's just a means to an end. It's just the vehicle to get our product, our offers to our clients, to our audience. So make sure that you are coming in with a strategy in mind in terms of the fact that, okay, well, what do I really want to provide for my audience, and then from there, you're going to then be able to figure out which of the tools have the capability to help you get there, right? So don't look at it from what tools exist out there. Look at it from what do you need, and then the tools will come after, not the other way around. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't make sense, and I can elaborate on that a little bit more. Okay, so that is the difference between lead pages and Wix. And off of my soapbox here, I'm going to continue on in terms of like a different type of WordPress, which is a different website builder. Oh, I have a frog in my throat here. Okay, so WordPress, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because sometimes you'll get people to recommend this as a membership platform or a course builder. I have a WordPress website. However, I do not recommend this to my clients as a membership platform. I'm not going to use this as a membership or course platform because of security reasons and upkeep. Like, I don't want to keep driving traffic to my WordPress website. And now if, like there's some evil person out there that tried to crash my website or keep it hostage and do a ransomware where, oh, I have to pay them a gazillion dollars so that I can access my website. Now I have paying clients that are using my WordPress that may not be able to access it, right? So I'd rather have like other places like Clickfunnels to be responsible for that part of it and have them have me pay them X amount of money every month to be in charge of the security and all those things too. Plus the fact that now you're talking about like all the techie stuff, right? The plugins that you have to make sure they work together, and you're spending a lot of time making sure that all of that techie stuff work together. So keep that in mind when you're considering WordPress. When you hear about like MemberPress is one of the things that I heard about in terms of like a plugin to create a membership platform. So keep that in mind in the techie stuff. As long as you're techie and you're willing or have someone in your pocket, you should be okay. But it might take a little bit more time, but then you own it. Like in terms of like you're not dependent to keep paying someone else monthly fees and those kinds of stuff. So there's pros and cons in doing that as well. The other one, I thought at first MemberPress, which is WordPress, is Member Vault. And so some people were talking about Member Vault. And so I'm just like, okay, I didn't know about Member Vault until some people talked about it. So I looked at it. I didn't personally use it, but I noticed that they have a forever free account. So I wanted to kind of cover this as well. And also from that perspective, they also have a lifetime account. So I just want to kind of mention that for you guys, that from a free account, right? I mentioned earlier, like if you have a bicycle kind of analogy, right? Be careful with free accounts because they have limitations. So again, look at it from what do you really need in your business. If you're okay with the limitations of these free stuff, then go for it. However, once you sign up for it and then now you're kind of like feeling quote unquote stuck using this to move on to the next level to keep using all of these different things that they might have, which may not be as powerful if you look at other tools out there, or from a perspective of, like if you want to move from a free account like this to a different tool, then now you're talking about taking time and money from your business to migrate to a different tool, right? So keep that in mind. But Member Vault is good if you're just starting out and you're okay with these limitations. The other thing to consider is that typically free tools like these will not allow you to like change the URL, or like integrate with tools easily. So you're stuck with your URL not very branded, so it doesn't look as professional. But again, those are minor, considering like you just want to pilot test to make sure, or beta your programs. It might be a good way to doing it, just making sure that you don't like run 100 miles to see what it's like before you can really leverage better tools. The other tool I keep hearing about, there's two of them that I keep hearing about a lot lately, is Clickfunnels. Now, Clickfunnels, I honestly, I don't know the person that's like a marketing person for this, but I've been in tech long enough that it just doesn't feel right. It's just one of those things that it's just like, it feels really salesy and it feels very marketing oriented to me, in a sense that if you scroll down here, right, they're offering all of these things for free. Like you can't offer that for free. Like, what's the catch? And then down here, it's saying like, okay, here's all your free access, all these things, and get it free today, now for free. I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like they're doing this to boost their numbers so that they can come to investors and say, hey, we have a lot of users using this platform. So, like they're trying to go from that perspective. And then they're saying free for a limited time. It's all wording that I'm trying to be mindful of when I look at different tools like these, right? So it says free for a limited time. And so to me, free for a limited time means that they may change their mind later. So be careful of that from that perspective. And then the other thing too, I don't remember where I saw that now. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy if you're looking at my screen. Again, if you cannot see my screen right now, if you're on Instagram, this is being shared in my Facebook group. Otherwise, the link to this video will be shared in our link in bio for passionbreakthrough.com/resources, where all the goodies are at. So, and the other thing I noticed, so I going back to their main page, is that there's a lot of asterisk on here. There's a lot of promises that are not live yet. That means to me, as the person that has been in tech projects before, is that they're not quite ready yet. And you are being the guinea pig of all of these functionalities that may or may not work, and that your audience and that your clients are subject to also being the guinea pigs. So you, as the provider, the service provider to your audience, are appearing as if potentially may or may not be professional enough, when halfway through their course or membership, it crashes on them, or you may or may not accidentally lose your stuff. So it's just one of those things to be mindful when you're signing up for beta programs that promises all of these things for free in exchange for you helping them get to the next level. So just be mindful. I'm not trying to scare. It's not a scare tactic. I'm like not affiliated with these things, and nobody's paying me to say what I'm saying. So it's just my personal opinion. So please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and do what's best for you. Okay. The next tool, similar to Clickfunnels, is Zenler. Again, there's a lot of people that are like preaching about this. Clickfunnels and Zenler have been really good about peer marketing. What they're doing is they're incentivizing people like you and me to refer others by like saying like you can earn 40% commission each person that sign up as a paid member. So people are referring others, right? And then on top of that, New Zenler has this beta invite only, kind of like Clubhouse did for a little bit there. So, but the thing is, New Zenler has been in this beta for 2 years, or over 2 years is what I read. So it's it's a little bit of like this marketing thing again. So just just saying, it's kind of like it's this almost fakey thing that it's not necessarily beta anymore if they've been in there for over 2 years. And the fact that if you sign up for beta, yes, you're getting in for free. However, they can take the beta away at any time. And now you're stuck, either pay a cost or get out, right? So when you get to that point, the cost right now, if you sign up before they stop the beta program, is I believe it's like $900 some a year before they say, okay, sorry, you didn't get in early enough. So it still equals to like $50 some at a minimum if you sign up now for their minimal cost. So it ranges between $50 some to like $120 some. So it's not cheap to sign up for your New Zenler, or you can sign up for the beta and risk having to sign up more expensively later. So that's why New Zenler is great. There's a lot of people that seem to have good, good things to say about it. So I'm not trying to diss it. I have a New Zenler account for that reason, because I do think that it's a good platform for people that want that drag and drop feature. It's a little buggy in my opinion still. Like sometimes like it just kind of hangs when I try to use the drag and drop feature and those kinds of stuff. So again, something to be mindful of, but it's great in a sense that they are trying to do all of these different things, right? So take a look, but try not to put all your eggs in one beta basket until they really are, more stabilized. That's really my only caveat, is that until a product is mature enough, I don't like to personally recommend it to my clients. I like to make sure that it's mature enough before I feel comfortable referring people to it. So given that there are a little bit more mature products out there, one of them is Thinkific. They actually have a summit going on right now, I think. And they do have a free account, but it's very limited. Again, it's just one of those things that it will have the Thinkific logo or Thinkific URL with your stuff. It will also, you won't be able to like link other types of platforms. So for example, if you want to have your email marketing tool to link to your Thinkific account, you can't use the free account with Thinkific that way. You have to pay to do that. You really can only use Thinkific to have people sign up using your Thinkific website, and only through Thinkific. So it's very Thinkific branded heavy for your free account. So that is something to consider for the free account again, from that perspective. The other one that is free to use, that I keep hearing about, that has a very different feel than other membership, other course platforms out there, that I don't feel comfortable with, is called Udemy. The reason I don't feel comfortable is because of this page right here that I am displaying on my my Facebook group live. And again, it will be in our it will be on my YouTube, in our Instagram bio link as well. And the reason I am not comfortable with this is because they have this weird instructor pricing tier model where they're in control of how much you can price your courses, really. So it's just really weird in a sense that they can discount your course, or like kind of like you're subject to their model, really. So it's, some people have been really successful with this. So if it's something, like one business model, and this is kind of like a coaching thing for you, get a strategy that you can use for your business, is that you can have some courses on Udemy to introduce people, introduce new clients, and lead them to other platforms that you might have. It's a little bit kind of like patchy, but then you're touching everyone that way. So something to consider. You can use Udemy from that perspective. But again, it's definitely different types of people use different things, right? So the other couple things that I'm familiar with that a lot of people are more well known. Again, it's partly because they are really good marketing and they utilize the expertise of like big names out there, right? So you'll see I don't know, even though like Pat Flynn advertise Teachable, or like Kajabi is heavily being advertised right now because they're running some big marketing campaign. Teachable is similar to Kajabi in a lot of sense, and they got bought out like a year or so ago. They used to have a free account, but now they just have a free trial. I got it in the free trial before, or the free account before they got rid of it. But now it's just one of those things that they keep expanding it also since they got bought out. They have courses, they have coaching, and now they have all of those different things as well. It's very powerful in that sense. I like it, but I personally don't necessarily want to pay for mostly membership. That's their expertise, is membership, and courses. So from that perspective, you can, like it says here, you can do videos, like they host your videos for you and those kinds of stuff. But again, it's just one of those things that it's the cost and value perspective, right? That I feel like it can, and trying to also integrate them with other tools, like they don't do emails, so now it's just like all that patchy stuff. So something to consider again, right? Kajabi does a little bit more. They're saying they're all in one, but not quite. So when you really take a look at it, they're saying they're all in one, but not really. At least in my opinion, I didn't really take a look at it in that much detail, to be honest with you. Because they're saying like it replaces MailChimp and that kind of stuff, but it didn't necessarily look like it. So if I scroll down here a little bit, or is it in the what's included? So they say that they do the pipelines, which is, like the Clickfunnel, which is the landing pages and stuff like that, right? And then where's the emails? So, but the emails, when you look at it, it's not necessarily a good replacement for like an active campaign where it's a very concrete, I'm very handsy right now, it's a very concrete automation flow. It's just a very good visual editor for your emails. However, I didn't see a really good automation sequence for your emails where you can really tag your emails and those kinds of stuff. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see it on their website anywhere. So that is something to consider with Kajabi. Like, again, for the price that you're paying for them, it's good. It's mature enough for a platform. Teachable, Kajabi, and Kartra are the three that I've seen that are mature enough from a membership and course perspective. So Kajabi is good from that sense, but they're not quite all inclusive like they're claiming to be. Like I mentioned, Kartra, that is the one tool that I am currently telling my clients to take a look at and consider for their businesses, because it is all in one. And I have taken a look at all of the different features, in a sense that, like, even their emails, like I've created a different YouTube video in regards to emails and comparing like the deliverability rate. Kartra actually, I did some research. Kartra apparently has some really good deliverability rate for their emails. They payment processor, lead collector, which replaces that lead pages, membership, funnel, and you can put the videos in there, and the calendar, which replaces like Calendly, right? Not a lot does that kind of stuff. Like help desk also, like if you want to do customer support rate in your stuff, forms like I forget the name of those different forms where you can create surveys and stuff like that. Yeah, so this is the other tool, and from a pricing perspective, it's like replaces a lot of different tools. And yeah, I feel like all of these tools have their pros and cons from that perspective. Like for 99 bucks comparing to ClickFunnels, you know, like so Kartra for $99, you can do a lot of stuff, versus ClickFunnels for $99, you can get leads and supposedly membership and payment as well, supposedly, but not as well. And so, yeah, this is just some of the minor things that I wanted to be able to tell you guys. So in a sense that I'm not sure if there's any specific questions that you might have in this conversation. So if you have any specific questions on any of the tools that I mentioned, please do let me know, and I'd be happy to tell you guys more information about what I know, or if there's any tools I didn't cover and that you're curious of, or any information that I may not have shared with you guys or that I didn't cover correctly, do let me know. I'd love to be able to tell those for you guys and cover those for you to help you guys thrive as well. And if you like this video, I would love for you guys to join our community in Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, so that you guys can see more information like these. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll chat with you soon.